Every day, something dramatic happens in the Caribbean that affects our lives. We'll give you the details. We'll give you the facts on Caribbean Perspective with Eddie Frederick. Host Eddie Frederick.
Welcome to Caribbean Perspective. So glad you can join us. The story that dominates in today's edition for Wednesday, 3rd December 2025, and brought to you in association with our friends at Antillean Group. The St. Lucia elections delivered well-deserved reward for Phillip J. Pierre and sidelined his main contender, which can signal the end of his leadership of the UWP. Details after this important message.
Believe in our strength, we'll stand by you. Protection from all, perils big and small. Reassurance we give, it's so clear to see. Peace of mind, that's our service guarantee. We look after all our family. Yes, we do at every opportunity.
Antillean Group, underwriters of all classes of insurance solutions for your protection and investment. Live well financially.
Welcome back. The St. Lucia elections 2025. Phillip J. Pierre's finest hour results in Alan Chastenay's most severe pain. WPG 10's Wendy Chateau reports.
Phillip J. Pierre has garnered a commanding mandate as St. Lucia's Prime Minister, set now to return for a second term. He improved his mandate at the expense of the vanquished United Workers' Party of Alan Chastenay following general elections on Monday. The SLP took 14 of the 17 seats, an improvement of 1. Adding to its strength are two independents, Richard Frederick and Stevenson King, both ministers in the outgoing cabinet who are aligned with the government. They both won their seats convincingly, further consolidating Prime Minister Pierre's position. It is the first time that a party has won a second consecutive term in St. Lucia since 2001. For Pierre, it was a crowning night of a long, successful career.
But tonight is a night of thanks, the night where I humbly accept what the people of St. Lucia have bestowed upon me. I'm fortunate to have had the confidence of the people of St. Lucia, not only as a parliamentary rep, but also as first a minister and then as Prime Minister.
There was unbridled joy in the streets as Labour supporters danced late into the night. In spite of the defining win, Deputy Leader Ernest Hilaire said the fight was not easy.
Today was challenging. We went through a lot. And Tommy Descartes joined them as a new candidate. And instead of trying to set a new path for our politics in this country, reinforce the same old negativity, broadcast resolve, CIP. You know, even today, telling people I was spending CIP money to win the seat. And I wonder if the money he was found with was CIP money. I really wonder. But I have to say thank you to the Most High and to my team.
UWP came into the elections with 2 seats, with hope of improving on the position, though a possible victory was always a long shot. Chastenay will be the lone opposition voice in Parliament, but the party's disastrous showing in 2 consecutive elections will bring pressure on him to quit as leader or face the spectre of being replaced. There were already concerns within a section of the party of the value of his leadership even before the poll was called. Questions will also be raised about the long-term viability and value of the party's deputy, Guy Joseph, who again lost Castries Southeast. Joseph overnight confirmed reports that police seized a large sum of cash he was found with, following allegations that he was paying people to vote for him. Police have been quoted as saying they had received a report that the former minister was allegedly distributing money to influence voters on election day. Acting on the information, officers approached Joseph at a residence near a polling station. Police say Joseph was found with $12,000 in cash, which was subsequently confiscated, pending an investigation.
Telesur reports the Prime Minister of St. Lucia, Phillip J. Pierre, emphasized that the nation's internal affairs are matters that belong exclusively to the country and reaffirmed the region as a zone of peace.
A win, final statement.
Sure, and we're very happy about it. You see the people are celebrating. It's a very important time for us, for the people. I want to thank all of them for giving us that resounding victory.
What does it mean to celebrate here in this town with the people?
It's my constituency. I've won it 6 times. This year we won even better, so the people are happy. We are happy. We need to move forward. The elections are over, so we need to move forward to bring the country together. Let's continue to do the work that
the Prime Minister of St. Lucia. The Prime Minister of St. Lucia also emphasized that the nation's internal affairs are matters that belong exclusively to the country and referring the region as a zone of peace.
A word for Latin America for the 5 years that come now?
Yes, as I told you last time I spoke to you, we believe in the affairs, internal affairs of a country must be done by the country itself. So we're not getting involved in that. We want the region to be a zone of peace. We maintain our position of the region being a zone of peace.
Thank you so much, Prime Minister, and congratulations.
You're listening to Caribbean Perspective with Eddie Frederick, in association with our friends at
Antillean Group, underwriters of all classes of insurance solutions for your protection and investment. Live well financially.
Welcome, boss. The St. Vincent and the Grenadines' Prime Minister Dr. Godwin Friday shows up for duty. Details in this WPG 10 news item.
He was greeted with applause and high fives on the steps of the headquarters.
Prime Minister, day 1 in the office today, so it's a day of full work for you?
Well, day 1 in the building, but I've been on the job since last Friday. Since election really. And weekends have changed, obviously, because this weekend wasn't my own. But it's part of the process of getting ready to deliver, to serve the people of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. And as I said, I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be a steep learning curve, but, I've been a pretty good study over my life.
Prime Minister Friday was fine-tuning his cabinet with the full announcement to come Tuesday. Prime Minister Dr. Godwin Friday assured Vincentians that his newly elected administration is ready to begin work immediately, stressing that the continuity of government is a principle observed not only in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, but across democracies worldwide. Dr. Friday emphasized that while elections bring change, the machinery of governance remains constant.
Well, obviously, public sector workers, they are the backbone of any administration, and I rely on them to make sure that we have a good functioning public service. People will have the opportunity to do their job without ministers or me looking over their shoulder every minute of the day. If you have a jurisdiction to make decisions, you make those decisions. And once you're exercising your function in a way that is consistent with your mandate, your jurisdiction, just make your best judgment. You don't have to always get political approval.
The Prime Minister noted that his ministers are prepared to take up their portfolios and begin implementing reforms within the first 60 days, with some measures possibly rolled out sooner. He pointed to the planned VAT-free shopping day later this month as one of the immediate relief initiatives.
One is, of course, we said that the first Monday in December would be a VAT-free day, and people are saying, well, should we go? And, it's a VAT-free day today. Obviously, the circumstances do not permit that. We don't even have a government in place yet until tomorrow when all the ministers are sworn in. But my commitment is that there will be an honoring of that commitment. Later this month, we will have a VAT-free day. And I will make that clear later today what day that should be, that will be. And I think people will be very happy about it.
In response to a reporter's question, said there has been no communication with the now former Prime Minister.
No communication. I mean, it's been like that for a long time, but I'm still hopeful that, that there will be, because there are things of government, of state that we need to have the input of the former administration on. When you start government, you don't reinvent government. When you start a new administration, you don't reinvent government. It's a continuity. I've said that all along. It's a baton. You're passing it from one administration to another. But it's the same baton. So we need to have that conversation as to how we can be more effective, and not be simply treating it as though somehow there's, some great divide between the past and the present. We are the new administration going forward. The previous administration, as was done, I know, when Sir James was administration was first voted out, and that happens everywhere. there is need for continuity. So I'm still hopeful that will happen.
He was also asked about comments made by Dr. Ralph Gonzalez, who said he expected facilities not just as the opposition leader, but as a former prime minister.
Well, you'll have to explain that because, I've been the leader of the opposition. There were no courtesies really other than the office staff that we've had. But certainly, the past doesn't predict what happens in the future. My plan is to ensure that we have proper administration, proper respect for the offices of state. The office of the leader of the opposition is not a creation of a political party. It's a constitutional position. So it requires certain resources, a level of respect, and what is necessary for it to function as an arm of the broader government of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. So that's how I'll approach it.
Anesta Henry of CBC News Barbados reports several distinguished Barbadians and others received national honors for Independence and Republic Day at last Sunday's parade.
3 outstanding Barbadian men have been bestowed Barbados' highest honor, the Order of the Freedom of Barbados. Among them, the Most Honorable Joel Garner, who was chosen for his outstanding leadership as a distinguished sports administrator, sterling service to national cricket development, and extraordinary contribution to West Indies and Barbados cricket as one of the greatest fast bowlers in history. He says he is humbled and thankful while remembering those who were on the journey with him.
Some of them no longer here, and some of them still around. But share the award with them because we didn't do it alone, and they were with us when we were in the trenches doing all the work. Not only that, but bringing some joy and happiness to the people around us.
Governor of the Central Bank, the Most Honorable Dr. Kevin Greenidge, was selected for exceptional people-centered leadership in economic policy and central banking, and his outstanding transformative achievements in guiding reforms under the Barbados Economic Recovery and Transformation Program. The father of 4, ranging between the ages 1 and 20, is thankful Barbadians believe him to be worthy of such an honor.
So for me, it's an affirmation of what the work that we've done, I will continue to do. I will also say that for me, there are many persons who have contributed to this, even from among. So part of this was for the BERT program, the work we did. That BERT team was a team effort. I may have played an instrumental role, but we could have gotten where we are without everyone, including, I would say, every Barbadian playing their part.
The other awardees include Dr. the Most Honorable Kurt Lambert, honored for his exemplary leadership in healthcare, finance, and social investment, significant socio-economic achievements, while pioneering major enterprises and unwavering dedication to advancing impactful philanthropic initiatives.
I was not expecting it at all. I received a call a few weeks ago, and it's special.
An honorary Order of Freedom Barbados Award was presented to Professor Benedict Okichukwu Orama in recognition of his dedication, pivotal role, and strategic leadership in expanding trade and investment relations between member states of the African Export-Import Bank and Barbados. The president of the African Export-Import Bank says it is not often such an award is given to an African banker.
So for me, it sends a lot of messages. It delivers a lot of meaning. I regard it as a great handshake across the Atlantic, helping to build the partnership we started when I visited Barbados for the first time in 2021.
Anesta Henry, CBC News.
In recognition of his dedication.
I am Eddie Frederick. This has been Caribbean Perspective, a whole new approach to highlighting developments in the Caribbean. In the meantime, please follow us on Facebook and subscribe to our YouTube channel for daily regional news and more, in association with our friends at Antillian Group.
Believe in our strength, we'll stand by you. Protection from all perils, big and small. Reassurance we give, it's so clear to see. peace of mind, that's our service guarantee. We look after all our family. Yes, we do at every opportunity.
Antillean Group, underwriters of all classes of insurance solutions for your protection and investment. Live well financially.